Hello everybody and welcome back to Memories of Celceta, and it's time to put this thing away. For the final party, I brought in Frida and got her ultimate weapon and armor. Not quite sure what artifact I'll need, but let's get him. I'd like to think there are a couple of differences. Oh, you're one of these villains. Don't encourage him, Kalilica. Oh boy. Yeah, one thing to keep in mind is that Garuda has basically since the beginning been cast as Adol's equal in all things. And they really bring that out here. If you say it can't be done, he gonna do it. Well, now it's that time in every East game to do the thing. Okay, first phase is like the first phase of the fight with Nepishtim in East 6. You need to destroy all of these little control rod thingies in order to defeat the first phase of the boss. And each one is vulnerable to a different damage type. Because I forgot about this may actually be a bit more painful than I had originally expected. By the way, what the Flash Bracelet does is it gives you some hit points back whenever you Flash Guard something. Garuda's attacks, he will down slash with a pair of gigantic swords, and he will also try to have these pillars float around and drop on you. Any attack he does in this phase is going to come from above. Once the pillars are done, we begin to phase 2, and you can't actually damage him until he leans in to start shooting you with lasers. The actual blast is delayed, so don't guard too early if you want to do flash guards. But you can really pile into him in this phase with whatever you have available. This, by the way, is the only boss with 3 life bars. He will still summon the pillars, and he will also start dropping lots more of them that require you to keep on moving. You can flash guard them if you really need to. But it's really just best to move. Aside from that, this is pretty much what you can expect from him for the rest of the fight. He doesn't switch it up especially much as the fight goes on, but he may become a bit more aggressive with his pillar drops, and I believe the number of destroyable pillar drones increases as the fight goes on and he reduces health. You can destroy them if you want, and I think it might be recommended. Depending on your loadout, you might get some stuff for doing that. So his patterns don't really change, they just become harder and faster. Yeah, the pillar drones are becoming way more aggressive, and I'm healing here basically just to keep myself from, you know, dying due to a false pride. Use your super attacks when you have them. And soon he'll be down like everything else. By the way, he's just going, no, how could you do this? You're just human, right? What are you, anyway? I'm switching artifacts because, well, I'm going to need these for what's coming next. I think we should actually grab the mask this time. Thank you! Oh, looks like we killed the load-bearing boss. Did we do a stupid? We'd better not have done a stupid. Yeah, we can't actually warp out of here. We have to get out the long way. Or short way, depending. We can't even use the monuments. Thankfully, it's pretty quick. This area is quite small. Oh, we forgot something. So, what's going on out here, buddies? Yeah. We need a little filling in. Well, that plus we had a gigantic fight in there. We have done some crippling damage to Fate itself, so this is a problem. Oh, well, that's a disaster. Yeah, we kinda blew that up. Oh. So, how are we gonna do that? I should think so. And if you see a hobbit with a ring out there, kick him in too. That'll make things easier for other people. Well, if there are earthquakes, there might be a path up there now. Yeah, there we go. Well, it wouldn't be an East game if it wasn't dangerous. Okie doke. Yeah, I guess attacking the fundamental underpinnings of the world at large can cause things to exist. Thankfully, not that hard to beat. Yeah, spontaneous monsters are always a problem, but these are special spontaneous monsters. Yeah, it's one of those things where you get gradually stripped of party members. I'm glad they don't make us run the whole way there. It would be kind of pointless. I can believe this. In Dawn of East, General Leo's equipment was pretty overpowered. Whatever you say. That's a good guess. Not for long, they ain't. Because we have air support. Look, she has a Galbalon. She's not going to be in much trouble. Did you not just see what happened? Well, I guess they have to have some excuse for Kalilica to leave. More monsters? Oh, those look familiar. Okay, now we have control, and it's kind of pointless to fight the Garuda shadows. The first time I went through the game, I used the running shoes to try to pass through here, but it turns out that the Beast Claws are better because you can actually destroy the obstacles in your way up the mountain with them. There are plenty of other obstacles in the way, like the flame vents in the side and on the ground, but they're not too hard to bypass. Just making a mad dash to the summit is simple enough, if you're using the Beast Claws. Well, doesn't he always? Well, here we are. Oh! Area Man too angry to die. That's concerning. Okay, if you wanted to fight Toll again from East Origin, now's your chance. The thing about Phantom Garuda is that he kind of fights the same way you do, in that he does actually have a flash guard that can knock you back and render you vulnerable to his other moves if you don't react quickly enough. He has his own quickly activating special skills. And he also has his own super moves, but you can't stun him out of them like you could with the moves from previous bosses. His super moves activate instantly and go through no matter what, just like yours do. So basically he's one of these bosses where either way the fight is going to be over quickly, because Phantom Garuda doesn't have that many hit points. He's as durable as you'd expect for a boss balance for a one-on-one fight in this game. Like so. Well, cast it into the fire. Ah, there's our escape. You know, I think this is the only version where Eldiel doesn't get killed by someone. And that's also kind of a switch. Usually, heroes are weaker than they were in the Age of the Gods or whatever fantasy equivalent there was. Well, Adol is safe, so he can go on to his adventures in Ys 3. Yeah, it's kind of right next to the volcano. A billion words a second. It was nuts. There's actually some speculation on what Eldiel planned to give Adol, but I'm gonna let their dialogue run through for that. Oh? Ah, Adol is the adventurer. Yeah, the speculation is that because they talked about exploring the world without shortcuts and Eldiel was always throwing a glider around, he had been planning to teach Adol how to build an airplane or something like that. And this is the ending, which some people aren't too fond of because it doesn't give a send-off to all of the characters like previous endings of Ys 4 did. And I think it's kind of unfortunate because it did more to explore the characters in this game, even if it wasn't necessarily in ways that I liked. By the way, I can't read the cover of that book. It isn't runic, it uses different letters. Yeah, there have been 4 different versions of this story. So yeah, that's Ys Memories of Celceta. So a final verdict is that even if you may not necessarily agree with the directions it takes in some respects concerning the story, It's still a very good game to play. It's a very nice party-based action RPG that's fairly easy to learn and doesn't depend on some esoteric knowledge or other strangery. And one of the things I was thinking about while I was doing this recording is that, saying it now, it seems that in more Western RPGs than anything, the Age of Heroes had those who were greater than those who exist in the present, whereas in a lot of JRPGs it tends to be played the other way around. In a lot of cases, the heroes of the past could only delay the return of powerful evils, whereas the heroes of the present are able to put them down for good. And I think that's a difference that hasn't really been talked about or explored that much when you're talking about the differences between Western fantasy and JRPGs, or Western RPGs and JRPGs and that sort of thing. As for what I plan to do next, like I said before, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I think I'm going to like it. But I think you're going to like it. I know I like it. And I've actually already done all of the practice for my next thing, so I'm going to be taking a bit of a break anyway to do a couple of other things. Not for my channel, just in general. But I'll actually be back doing something new relatively soon. I have everything selected out and how I'm going to do it, so it won't be a problem. Yeah, Tom Lipschultz, he goes as Weirdwad on other forums like the Steam Forum and the Marvelous Entertainment Forum. If you see Weirdwad hanging around, it's probably Tom from Xseed. And there's Eldiel's body after it has been abandoned. Yeah, the fact that the Eldeen are basically sufficiently advanced golems is probably one of my favorite turns of the East story. And as always, Adol's adventures are never over, but I've already done Oath and Felghana, so you know what happens next. Okay, and that is it for East, the Memories of Celceta. I'll be coming back with another game, probably sooner rather than later, so I will be seeing you then.